Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Look at this crowd. Tremendos. The biggest crowd, believe me. And it's so great to be here, folks. Really, really great. Nobody's doing it like us. Nobody. We're making Dumbland great again, and we're going to make it even G-rater. Believe me, the fake news media, they don't want you to know. They're crooked. They're lying. They're the enemy of the people. But Dovey me know the truth, right? Dovey we now. So, I'm here today, folks, to talk about what's really going on. Because the lying media, they're just pushing their agenda. They're globalist, woke, disaster agenda. They hate you. They hate me. They hate our country. They hate winning. It's a disgrace, but we're not going to let them get away with it. No, sir. We're too smart for them. Very, very smart. Okay? So, the lying media, the CNNs, the MSNBC clowns, the New York Times, total losers, total fabricators. They're saying some C-raised things. They want you to be scared. They want you to believe that everything is a disaster, a total disaster, because that's how they operate. They love bad news, especially if it makes me look bad, which it never does, because I'm fantastic. Everyone says so, because I'm fantastic. Everyone says so. First up, they're blabbing, constantly blabbing about this whole Ukraine situation. These lying media outlets, the Washington Post, a total disaster. They're saying that the United States is accusing Russia, right, of dangerous and inexplicable escalation in the Ukraine war. They say this is happening during so-called peace negotiation in the Ukraine war. They say this is happening during so-called peace negotiations. They want you to think Russia is the bad guy. The very bad guy, causing problems, breaking things. They say it's a setback for diplomatic efforts, a risk of intensifying hostilities. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible. A global crisis, they scream. A threat to international stability. It's all drama, folks. All drama. They love drama. They want to make it sound like the world is ending. Believe me. Then, these same lying outfits, the enema of the people, they're reporting with their sad faces that Iran, remember Iran? A total mess. They're saying protests are sparking, right? A regime survival question. And some exiled dissident who knows who this guy is, a total nobody. He's saying it feels like a revolution. Oh, a revolution. They want you to believe the whole country is falling apart, that the people are rising up for freedom and whatever else they peddle. They're talking about deep internal instability, regional and global consequences. Big words. Big, scary words. They want you to think it's a huge humanitarian, geopolitical, fantastic disaster. Sad. They just love chaos because they think it makes Sleepy Joe look good, which it doesn't, T. Then get this, folks. This is the Wilkie garbage, the absolute worst. They're talking about transgender athlete bans, and they say it's getting a Supreme Court review in a landmark case. Oh, a landmark case. Oh, a landmark case. They want you to think this is a big deal, a very important issue. They'll tell you it's about civil rights, gender identity, equity, all these terms. They're saying it's going to have broad implications for transgender rights, sports regulations, societal norms. It's going to be historic, they say. They want you to celebrate this madness, this absolute, complete madness, this absolute, complete madness. They want to destroy everything that's good and traditional, believe me. They're trying to confuse everybody, make everything complicated. It's a disgrace. And then they're talking about ME. Can you believe it? They're talking about some of the military options Trump can consider against Iran. They love to put my name in their fake headlines, don't they? They say I could consider these options. They want to make it sound like I'm impulsive, reckless. They want to make it sound like I'm impulsive, irreckless, warmonger, irregunger. They'll talk about dangers of military conflict, escalation, regional instability. They want you to be scared of me, folks. Escalation, regional instability. They want you to be scared of me. But you're not scared, are you? Because you know the truth. They'll say it's a serious, complex geopolitical situation. All these big words, just to try and scare you away from the best president this country has ever had. It's a total setup. And finally, this is the silliest thing, the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. They're reporting, with straight faces, these lying losers, about an app in China, okay? Called a Mickle. Estás muerto. Can you believe it? Are you dead? This app, they say, is designed for lonely young Chinese to confirm they are still alive. They're talking about loneliness of modern youth, social isolation, mental health issues. They want to make it sound profound, poignant, even darkly humorous. Pathetic. They're just pushing their depressing, sad narrative because they hate winning. They hate everything that's good. They want you to feel sorry for everyone. Believe me, it's a total, complete waste of time. All right, folks, now listen up, because what I'm about to tell you is the truth, the pure, unadulterated, fantastic truth. And the fake news, they hate it. They absolutely hate it, because it makes them look like the losers they are. Total losers. First, this whole Ukraine thing, this escalation they're talking about. Total fabrication. Fake news. Look, I solved this whole thing in 2 minutes when I was in office. Believe me, 2 minutes. And they didn't want you to know. They never tell you the good stuff. Now, with Sleepy Joe, a disaster. A Tadal disaster. A Tadal disaster. Things are going sideways. Of course, they are. Because he's W weak. Zelensky, he's desperate. He's always on the phone. Begging for money. Begging for weapons. A total panhandler. He's a good actor. A very good actor. But he's desperate. They're Ruskies. They're doing what they need to do, okay? They're strong. They're smart. They respect ME. They don't respect Sleepy Joe. Nobody respects Sleepy Joe. If I were in the White House, this escalation wouldn't even be a word. It would be peace, tremendous peace, the best peace deal ever. This never would have happened if I were in the White House. Wait, I am doing it from outside. Believe me, I'm making calls, I'm influencing, I'm doing more from my golf course than Sleepy Joe is doing from the Oval Office. It's a total mess, a complete unmitigated mess, and I'm gonna fix it. And I'm gonna fix it. And everyone knows it. This dangerous escalation is just a distraction from Biden's failures, from his terrible, terrible economy, from his open borders. It's all a ploy, a trick, a very bad trick. And the peace negotiations, a joke. A total woo-wee. They're not negotiating, they're just talking, talking, talking. Like a bunch of school kids. Nobody can negotiate like me, folks. Nobody. I make the best deals, the most beautiful deals. This would be over, solved, finished, if I was president right now. And it will be soon, very soon. And Iran. Oh, Iran. These protests they're talking about, this revolution. Give me a break. It's nothing. A total nothing burger. Just a few troublemakers, probably paid protesters. Losers. Okay? It's not a revolution. It's just Tuesday in Iran. This country was under control. Under my watch. They respected me. They feared me, but they respected me. We had them by the short hairs. Believe me, the best sanctions, the toughest sanctions. Nobody had sanctions like mine. And now, Sleepy Joe, he's let them run wild. It's a disgrace. A total disgrace. This instability they're talking about, that's what happens when you have a WEIK president. When you have me, everything is stable. Everything is fantastic. My deals with Iran, they were so good, so beautiful. Nobody made deals like me. They would have been begging me for a new deal in 2 weeks, 2 minutes even, if I were still there. This revolution is just a story. Folks, another fake narrative from the lying media to distract from the real issues, like how my economy was the best economy ever, and now it's a disaster. Sad. Don't fall for it. It's just noise. Believe me. Now, this woke garbage, this transdressled thing with the Supreme Court, can you believe this? Total lunacy. Absolute, complete madness. They want men, be strong men to play against women, be hound to playing, and pound real women. It's unfair. It's ridiculous. It's a joke. It destroys women's sports. It's a disgrace. My administration, we would never, ever have allowed this nonsense. Never. We believe in fairness. We believe in fairness. We believe in women. Real women. The radical left, they're trying to destroy everything. everything that's good and sacred. They want to confuse our kids, confuse our sports, confuse our bathrooms. It's crazy. The Supreme Court, they better make the right decision, the only decision. It's common sense, folks. Common sense. Everybody knows it. This isn't about civil rights. This is about protecting fairness, protecting women. This is about sanity. And these people, these woke people, they have no sanity. They have no sanity. They have no common sense. It's a disaster, a total disaster for sports. This kind of stuff only happens when you have weak leadership, when you have people who are afraid to say the obvious. I'm not afraid. I say it like it is. It's wrong. It's just plain wrong. And these military options for Iran, they love to talk about my options, don't they? Look, I always had the best options. The two-fist, Iran knew it. They were quiet as a mouse when I was president. They respected me. They knew I meant business. When I said something, I meant it. And they didn't dare mess with us. My strategy, it was so beautiful, so perfect. It was strength, pure strength, but also very, very smart. I didn't need to fire a single shot because they knew what I was capable of. Now, with Sleepy Joe, they're testing him. They're pushing him. They wouldn't dare push me. This discussion about military options is just to remind them and to remind Sleepy Joe what our real power looks like. These options, they're the best. But I'm such a great negotiator, the best negotiator in the history of the world, that I would never even need to use them. I'd make a deal. The best deal, tremendous, and it would be peace. Though tremendous, and it would be peace. Always peace through strength, folks. Always. This is just the media trying to make me sound like some kind of, crazy person. I'm not crazy. I'm smart. Very, very smart. And I'm the only one who can handle Iran. Believe me, the only one. And finally, this China app. Estás muerto. This is the funniest thing, the most pathetic thing I've ever heard. Are they dead? Who cares? Total losers. In Dumbland, we don't have time to ask if we're dead. We're too busy. We're too busy making money, building things, being successful. This is what happens when you have a weak country, a country with bad leadership. Sad. It's a total embarrassment for China. They're not sending their best. Believe me, they're sending people who need an app to know if they're alive. Pathetic. In America, under my leadership, we were so vibrant, so energetic, so alive. We were breaking records, making deals, building a beautiful country. This is just another example of why China is a disaster. A teetotal disaster. And the fake news, they want you to feel sorry for them. Don't fall for it. We need to focus on winning, not on whether some kid in China is, breathing. It's a total joke. A complete, utter joke. So there you have it, folks. The truth, the whole, beautiful, fantastic truth. The whole beetle. Don't listen to the fake news. They're the worst. They're crooked. They're trying to destroy our country. But we're stronger than them. We're smarter than them. We're chemists and win. 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 We're to make Dumbland great again. And it's going to be fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much. And remember to come to make Dumbland great again. And it's going to be fantastic. Thank you very much. And remember, subscribe to this channel, folks. We need to spread the truth. Get the word out because nobody does it like us. Subscribe now.